What I want to talk about today is the importance of rebalancing. Today is a day where I do a lot of rebalancing. It's the beginning of a new monthly expiration. And the importance of it is that you want to keep the stocks allocated the way with which you want them to be kept. So, in other words, let's say you have one stock that goes up very significantly, but you get called away. Another stock doesn't move very much, and yet another stock goes down in value. I think it's important to keep a rebalance. So, in other words, if as I'm looking through a lot of the portfolios that I'm doing this with right now, not all stocks have exactly 100 shares in them. And that's kind of my message for today's strategy block is that don't be a perfectionist portfolio manager. So, in other words, as I'm looking through the portfolio, one of the things that I try and do is have every stock have at least 100 shares or a 100 share increment. Some of them are going to have 106 shares, some of them are going to have 101 shares, and there's going to be a little bit extra in there. But between 95 and 98% of the stock that's in the overall portfolio will be covered in one way, shape, or form through selling some sort of premium. And that's what's the important part of it. If you have extra stock left over, the way with which we like to do it is putting in odd lots within the extra shares. So, in other words, if you have just a portfolio full of stocks, it's like putting small pebbles into a bag, meaning you can put 18 shares of this stock, 26 shares of that stock, and it's pretty easy to make it fit. However, in the covered call world, you have to have 100 share increments. So, because of that, it's like putting giant boulders into a bag. It's not going to be quite as efficiently packed as the pebbles in the bag are. So, the way with which we fill in the open space is we create some small pebbles within the covered call portfolio. That keeps us rebalanced, and that's something that's been of benefit to us through the years. And that is the strategy block for today, Expiration Monday.